A recent uptick in police brutality videos emerging are causing another stir across the country, like over in Georgia, where police used a very heavy hand in arresting an 87-year-old lady with dementia who doesn't speak English. I want to warn you, the video we're about to show is very graphic.
Stop.
That was the sound of her responding after they tased her. Videos like that are rattling the community. Likewise, the fatal police shooting in South Bend, Indiana, where presidential hopeful Pete Buttigieg is the mayor. So joining us to discuss this spate of violence, award-winning professor and editor-at-large for Salon.com, Dee Watkins. So Dee, first I want your reaction to the elderly lady in Georgia. She's 87, doesn't speak English. She's hardly coherent. She has dementia. She wandered over to a nearby property to cut some dandelions, and she had a small knife. They tased her, Dee.
When I first saw the video, I was hoping that it was like a clip from Saturday Night Live or something satirical, but this is real life, and it almost leads me to believe that those police officers, do you not have a grandma? Like, that is crazy.
Everybody's got a grandma.
The first thing that came to my mind was, what is the IQ requirement to be an officer? Because, I mean, what could she possibly do to the point? It's one thing to grab her in a rough way, which is too far.
Sure.
But to tase her, like, that's crazy.
Just look how tiny she is next to these grown, like 30-year-old men, just completely manhandling. I mean, look at the video. I mean, we're showing it further. And what does it say, Dee, that she's a Syrian immigrant? She wandered over into a neighbor's yard. Doesn't that speak to a bigger picture about the potential racist call? Racism
and extremely poor police culture. After these guys did this, they probably thought it was a joke. They probably slapped each other high five and said, "Bro, did you see me tackle that old woman, bro?" And they think these things are a joke. And the sad thing about it is that if something like that was to happen to someone in their family, then they would probably be ready to have a fit. I think that this video needs to be as widespread as possible. And the people who work in these fields, I'm talking about officers on the street, their bosses, administrators, etc. They need to look at this and see how you look. You look horrible on film. Look at yourself, look how disrespectful you are, and look how you hurt people.
Now, I wanted to get your take on Mayor Pete. We know he's busy trying to run for president right now, but he had a fatal police shooting in South Bend, Indiana, and then he held a town hall, and he had some reality handed to him. What's your take on that?
I wanna like Mayor Pete because he's so intelligent and he's so young and he's so accomplished, and he's an openly gay politician, which is very brave in this country that struggles with homophobia and things like that. And I think that for a person to be as intelligent and as skilled, for you to not be able to get simple social issues is a problem. These people aren't yelling and fussing and talking to you because they want attention. They're not doing it because they're trying to get a rise or, be seen. They're doing it because they're hurt. These people are hurt, and they're telling you why they're hurt, and your only response is to stand on your record and stand on what you're trying to do, to double down on your intentions and totally ignore the outcomes that are happening. And this is why things don't change.
What do you think he's missing here?
I think that what he's missing is what a lot of politicians miss. It's the same thing when Joe Biden doubles down on a crime bill or defends what happened with Anita Hill until it becomes politically unpopular. What he's missing is outcomes. They always talk about intentions, which is something that we can't prove, but you always talk about intentions and what you try to do, what you want to do. But the outcome is these people screaming at you because they're in pain and they're hurting and they want better and they're asking you to do better. They're proud of your public platform and the fact that you're traveling the world as this genius Oxford presidential candidate.
He's the Democrat darling right now. But do you think the Democrats need to kind of look at how he's handling this and put it on the bigger scale if he were to become president? How would he handle all these shootings, by police violence on communities of color, that little Syrian lady. How would he handle that?
It's hard for the world to trust you when you get treated like that at home. At home is where you should be elevated the most. And at the end of the day, a good example for him to follow is Mayor Martin O'Malley, who was Governor Martin O'Malley of Maryland. He jumped out there and he looked like he was, he came out swinging during the debate, but you go back home, everybody has their thumbs down.
Real quickly, talk about the big picture of all this, Dee. It's the summer months, uptick in police activity, uptick in small petty crimes. You're going to fully expect to see more police violence?
Oh, absolutely. I want people to be safe. I want people to understand that police officers are here to do a job. No need to antagonize them because they're already under enough stress because of whatever they're supposed to contribute. And I just don't want to see anyone get hurt. So I would tell everyone to be safe because it's going to be a crazy summer. A lot of these police officers are trigger happy. The good cops, or so-called good cops, aren't excited about stopping the trigger-happy cops, and nobody's talking or communicating with each other, which is easy to breed conflict. And I want people to be safe. I want cops to be safe. I want everybody to be safe.
All right, we will leave it right there on a happy note of hoping that everybody has a safe summer. Dee Watkins, always appreciate your insight on this.
Thank you.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.